So in this video I kind of want to do a rundown of the way I have my bow set up and why I do the things that I do. So this is a Bowtech Solution SS. I've had it for a couple of years now, a couple of seasons. I think I've had it for 2.5 seasons now. I really enjoy shooting this bow for whitetails specifically, tree stands and saddles, just shorter. I think it's like a 31.5 axle to axle. I typically don't shoot something that short, and this is the shortest bow I've ever owned. Shooting a shorter axle to axle bow sometimes isn't ideal for longer draws. That being said, I've gotten used to it and I really like the compactness. Even hunting off the ground, I've taken several deer with this bow hunting off the ground, and it's just easy to maneuver around the woods and doesn't feel like you're carrying a larger bow. It's just easier to carry around the woods and maneuver, and it doesn't feel like you're getting caught on stuff and gonna hit limbs and saddle and things like that. So I've come to really like it. I actually bought the bow pre-owned. I got it on eBay for a really good deal. I think the person only had it one season. But this winter I put a set of strings on it on my own. These are gas strings. I don't know which particular model they are off the top of my head. But gas bowstrings is in Kentucky. I'm in West Virginia. It's a local company to me, kind of, within a few hours. So I really like their product, and I'll try to support them on most of my restrings. This setup isn't by far nothing fancy. It just what works for me, what I like. It's more less frills, bulletproof kind of setup. But the more I hunt and the older I get, the less I am over form, and I'm more lean towards heavy on function. If it works, if it's simple, if it's less likely to go wrong, I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff in the woods. The rest is just a older style QAD. I bought it this year on eBay, brand new. Just updated the one I had, and I wanted to match the strings, and the one I had was pretty beat up, so I updated that. These are been around forever. They're pretty bulletproof. Sight, I did update this year. I shoot a black gold dual track movable sight during the summer for tack, and I shoot longer ranges here at the house. 60 all the way up to 80 is my normal. And then at tack, obviously you're shooting long distances too. I prefer a mover for that. It's just I'm a big fan of shooting longer ranges to help you really dial it in when at 20 or 30 or 40 typical whitetail ranges. I had a 5-pin fixed sight that I've been hunting with the last few years as a cheaper, or you might call more economical sight. This year I was planning on using it, and I put it on and one of the pins broke off. So I just went ahead and upgraded this year to a black gold fixed pin 5 pin sight. I really like black gold. Haven't treated me wrong, so I went with the same brand as the dual track. This is a tethered piece on here. I forget the exact name of it, but anyway, the basic principle is it just got a hook on here. It's all metal construction, and you hook it on your gear hanger when you're saddle hunting or in a tree stand. But I mainly saddle hunt, so it's just a no-brainer. You hook it on your gear strap. You've already got it in the tree. You don't need a bolt holder or anything like that. Real quiet, because it's just metal on cloth, so there's no noise. Then this is my quiver attachment. I run this tight spot 5-arrow quiver, but when I'm hunting, unless I'm on the ground, I take this off and hang it in the tree. So I normally don't shoot in the yard with it on. This right here is a bow spider attachment. I keep the bow spider, the receiver for this, on the back of my headrest in the truck. That way I don't have to have a case during hunting season. That way when I get done hunting, I hang it behind the seat upside down, and it doesn't really move around because gravity holds it in place. I just run a 12-inch stabilizer. This is another thing I changed this year. Normally I shoot 15-inch front stabilizer and then a 12-inch sidebar during the summer, and previous seasons I had been doing that, but I just didn't really feel like I needed it this year, especially for whitetail hunting. If I was hunting out west at longer ranges, I would run longer bars, but just tree stand hunting, there's no reason to keep carrying around the weight and stuff. It still holds really well for me. The release, I'll go over that while I've got it on my hand. The release is a Carter. Like Mike, like this release a lot. Nice and adjustable. I did have to replace the wrist strap because it finally gave out. Normally I'll just keep my release on the belt like this during hunting season. And when I hang up in the truck, everything's in one place. I don't have to worry about losing my release. I do keep a backup one in my truck just in case this one was to break or I would lose it somehow. But as you can see, I'm trying to keep things as simple and as minimalist as possible for hunting. When it comes to the bow, I just think it's a good way to go. And I don't really plan on getting rid of this anytime soon. I might upgrade to another bow next year. I like having a backup bow. I would like to get another longer axle for tack and stuff like that. But I might not, because this thing is awesome for hunting. Another little thing that feature add-on you might say is I got tally marks down here. That's one of the reasons I just want to keep going with it and see how many actual kills or harvest I can get with it. I'm at about 9 for 2.5 seasons so far. This one will be the 3rd full season with it, so hopefully we're in the double digits by then. But thanks for watching. Hopefully this is a new series I'll call truck bed overview or truck bed something. Drop a comment below what I should name this series, where I sit on the back of my truck and go over my equipment before the beginning of the season. Thanks for watching.